Welcome back. So we're just continuing on playing around with these particle distances and just carrying on from what I was saying previously. Work on a smaller particle distance. I wouldn't go any lower than 10, particularly when you've got lots of garments and patterns going on in the same scene, because it will take a while. So if I just set that to 5, just as an example, let's reset that, click play. As you can see, there's a dramatic difference in the simulation. Granted, it's not taking that long, but now if we try and pull a point, as you can see, it's actually pulling a smaller area. So let's drop that back up to 10. Let's go back to our edge here, and let's go Control C to copy, Control R to mirror, and let's just apply that to the other side, so they're both symmetrical. Let's run the simulation. Remember, this is set to 10, so it's still, maybe we'll increase that to RC. By the looks of it, because that's orange, some of these are still set to 5, so perhaps before I didn't change everything back. So let's set that to 10, and that's gone yellow, so that tells me that everything that I've selected is actually set to 10. So that's quicker now. So now we can just pull these around, just so they fit nicer. Or another option, we simulate that and this is too far up. We could select all of these and drop them down in this window. Drop them down, simulate again, and that's fitting better. Let's drop them down just a little bit more, because we have to be careful of those straps. And again, that's fitting better there. And because we've added in those creases, this is fitting a lot nicely, well, in a much nicer way around here. We've applied that strengthen to this area too, and that means that this area is going to keep its shape a little bit more, and that's perfect for this sort of area with these cups. So we've added our internal lines to add those creases in. We've basically got the shape of the bodice that we want. All that we can do now is just play around with these a little bit more, just adjusting the shapes, adjusting these curves. Also feel free to experiment with the elastic options. As an option, we could always go in and say, well, I want these areas up here to be elastic too. So we turn that on, and that's given that a much nicer shape. So yes, we could probably keep that. And that's fitting a lot nicer. We could also maybe say, well, around the bottom of the bodice, I want that to be elasticated, so that's going to pull in together. So we select those, turn elastic on, and that's elastic, but it's not pulling in enough. So we could maybe increase the strength, increase the ratio. There you go. Play with those at your own risk. Let's just pull that out from there. But as you can see, it's quite easy just to go in and just play around with these and experiment with different looks. Let's turn the elastic off. But I quite like the elastic around the top there, so we'll probably keep that, because that's just helping to add to that overall shape. So that's pretty much it for the bodice for now. I think what we'll do is leave this here, let you experiment a little bit more, and in the next video we'll look at building onto the actual dress and start adding in her sleeves.